we're waiting to see what the heck is going to come out of the whole situation with trading away Rob Dillingham. I thought it was initially weird. Try to take my feelings out of it and say, okay, that means some guards are going to be gone, right? Like if you take on Rob Dillingham, that means Blake Wesley, you're probably gone. Trey Jones probably stays. Malachi Branham, bye-bye. Wasn't 100% sure what was going on there. But we do know what the Spurs got was the Timberwolves 2031 unprotected first and a protected 2030 pick swap for Dillingham. What my assumption here, and we just have to wait and see, is that this is going to be packaged for something else, or it could legitimately be just, hey, you wait it out and you see what happens. But more than likely, I think the Spurs are going to make a trade. 2025 is the real draft, okay? That's the real draft. But let me go ahead and get this out of the way, okay? I am so excited. I had him number 1 on my board. I am so excited that the Spurs got Stephon Castle, because he is one that's been, his power level has been hidden, okay? His power level has been hidden. This is not his final form. He's played with UConn. Let me just say a few things why I think he's perfect for the Spurs. Not only is he what you need, okay? He's 2 things that you need. Number 1, you need a defensive wing. He is the epitome of that. The way that he fights around screens, the way that he can just lock on you. He's a point of attack defender. This is what you needed, okay? That's worst case scenarios. That's what he is. He's also a combo guard that has point guard potential, right? He can pass the ball very well. He can make any pass imaginable. He's great on pick and rolls. He's a really, really smart player. High basketball IQ guy, and we all know that Wemby thrives when he plays with higher IQ players. We've seen it already. It's very obvious, very blatant. It's in your face. Stephon Castle is perfect for what the Spurs needed. And when I say that they've been hiding his power level, what I mean is in UConn, he's played more of kind of a system, player, but he hasn't been able to really show everything that he's capable of. But you've seen snippets of it, right? You've seen that savviness, that craftiness that he has on the offensive end of the ball. And even though his shot isn't going in as much as we'd like, behind the arc, he's still managed to find a way to be effective and help his team win a championship. And he's always cool, calm, and collected. This is the perfect player the Spurs could have taken in this draft that's not that strong of a draft at all. Now, I'm a little shocked that they didn't take Buzelis, but a lot of teams, we're in the middle of the draft right now. I don't know where he's going to land, but a lot of teams aren't taking him, right? He's just falling and falling and falling. The fact that Cody Williams came before him is kind of sad. And I like Cody Williams a lot. Obviously, I got him on my board, but I wasn't expecting him to go after Buzelis. Ron Holland landed where he should have. But this might have been just a situation where the Spurs liked Holland, they liked Salon, and they just couldn't get him. I was never sold on going after Devin Carter. I feel like he's the type of player that's more icing on the cake. Like if you already have a team that's fairly established, then he's a guy that comes in and comes off the bench and brings that energy. But I didn't necessarily think they needed that. But I'm happy. This is perfect. This is perfect getting Stephon Castle. Now we have to just sit back, wait, and see what else comes out of this, Buzelis fell out of the top 10. That's crazy to me. But it's okay. It's whatever. It's not our problem. Rob Dillingham, a 6'1" shooting guard, doesn't seem very enticing. That's the thing. The one thing I did say about Rob is, look, I will forgive a lot of things because you got Stephon Castle. But the one thing about Rob is, his defense isn't the best. But I was trying to see where the Spurs were coming from if that actually was the guy that they wanted. And we know that he really wanted to play for the Spurs. But yeah, like you said, a 6'1", well, he's 6'3", actually, 6'3" shooting guard. Is it? He's labeled as a point guard, but he's more so a shooting guard. KD to the Spurs. Well, I don't know about all that. Maybe Spurs are trading for Cam. Maybe they might be. They might be. I wouldn't be surprised. Because who else is available? Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to see who else was available today that people were talking about, because there's not that many players honestly available that we could trade for. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that really worried about it. Sorry, that was a whole lot of nothing. Keldon and picks. Let's see. Good night. It is a good night. Isaac Collier a Spur. Make Isaac Collier a Spur. I don't know where he's gonna land. Horrible trade. Who's running this draft? Guys, we need to wait. You need to wait. All right, wait a second. You got to keep in mind that we're Spurs fans here. We're Spurs fans here. So let's calm down. All right. We know for a fact that the Spurs often make very educated, sound decisions. Even if we disagree with it, you can't get to the point where you're saying they're a trash front office or anything. No. Let's just wait and see what comes out of this. And I know that's so far that if they were to keep these picks, I know that's so far ahead in time till like, I mean, I'm with you guys on that. Like, oh my God, I'll be waiting forever. I have gray hair. All right, Modest Bazelis is gone. I just heard it. He's gone. Clan, there was rumors that the Spurs were interested in Tobias Harris. Yeah, I remember that. I think we talked about that last stream. Anyways, I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. Just overall, I'm happy. I think that this is a great pick, regardless of what comes after trading the 8th. That 8th pick wasn't our pick to begin with. We just extended it out, right? We just extended it out. We turned that 8th overall pick into a unprotected in the future, and you could use that. You could use that in a future trade. And 2031 pick swap, protected, but yeah. Good stuff. I'm happy. This was good, guys. Let me go ahead and before we get out of here, let's take a poll. Let's take a poll. Let's see. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. All right. If it lets me ask a question in poll, I gotta end the first poll. All right. Let's start a new poll. Are you happy with Stephon Castle? We'll see what you got. I'll give you guys a minute to answer that. I'll give you a minute. What? Why? San Antonio, you effed up. Whatever San Antonio made that kid cry, we will have issues. What are you talking about? Nah, Clan, you're too calm and collected for gray hair in your 30s. two firsts for an 8 pick looks not bad. No, it is. It's a good trade. It's just like, as a fan, it's like one of those things where, like, as a fan, I hate it. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm like happy with that. Like, oh yeah, I'm just so happy. No. As a fan, I hate it, because if that's not traded away, we're waiting forever for it. But if I take it outside of myself, let's say this wasn't the San Antonio Spurs and I'm another team looking in, 2024 isn't a strong draft. Okay, it's not a strong draft. And I would say, hey, that's a W for that team. Especially if you didn't want it. If you didn't want Dillingham to begin with, then, you know. And you know what? What's funny is the Spurs just aren't suckers for guys like that. They just don't want that type of player. Who was the other player that the Spurs didn't want? Spurs traded. They traded to the Grizzlies. Who was that again? What was his name? Gosh, guys, who was the kid's? What was the kid's name? Chat, I need your help. What was the kid's name that the Spurs traded in the second round? Or am I thinking of someone else? Gosh, you guys suck. Most everyone in here not even from San Antonio. To be fair, I'm not even from San Antonio. Who do we trade Rob for? Okay, you're gonna have to go back. He was a second round pick. I know he was a second round pick. Who was it? Don't remember his name. Dang it! Kennedy Chandler, that's what it was. But Kennedy Chandler, wait, actually, no, he wasn't really much of a... No, he didn't really play like... But how tall was Kennedy Chandler? Or how tall is... 5'11"? Good God. It's 5'11". Yeah. I'm happy with both picks, to be honest. Well, the second pick got traded. Good stuff. I'm happy. Are you guys happy? Let's see. Let's take a look at the poll here. Oh, my goodness. All right. 350 votes says yes, they're happy. 97% basically. Oh, you guys can't even see it. But yes, 97% are happy with the Stephon Castle pick. Good job, guys. Good job.